Hey, welcome to the first episode of 2026 for the Car Wash Growth Playbook. I'm Josh with OptSpot, and I want to start this year by challenging a belief that most car wash operators have about staffing. You've been taught that if you're going to pay someone to interact with customers, then they'd better be selling something. Memberships, upgrades, services, something that justifies their hourly wage. But here's the problem with that thinking. Your customers see right through it. They know when someone's being paid to sell them. They can feel the agenda from across the parking lot. And the moment they sense they're being sold to, their defenses go up, the interaction becomes transactional, and you've lost the opportunity to build anything real. So here's my question for you. What would happen if you paid someone to give things away to your customers with no sales pitch attached? What if their only job was to hand people free gifts, make them feel appreciated, and have genuine conversations? What if you removed the sales pressure and simply led with generosity? Now, I know what you're thinking. Giving stuff away sounds expensive. That sounds like something a profitable business can't afford to do. But stick with me because I'm about to show you why this might be one of the highest ROI decisions that you make this year. And I'm going to give you the exact playbook that you can use to implement it in the next week. So here's the reality we're all living in. We have more ways to connect with people than ever before in human history. Smartphones, social media, text messages, video calls, and yet we are the most disconnected we've ever been. People are starving for real human interaction. They're craving genuine conversation. They're desperate for someone to actually see them and be kind to them without expecting something in return. What's happening at most of the car washes? The only time a team member approaches a customer is to sell them something. Memberships, upgrades, add-ons. Every interaction has a pitch attached to it. And customers have learned to avoid eye contact, put their heads down, and get in and out as fast as possible because they don't want to deal with the sales pressure. So here's what I know about you. You've hired people to sell memberships at the vacuum bays or the pay stations. You've trained them on how to overcome objections and close the sale. You've set quotas and tracked conversion rates, and you've watched customers literally avoid your staff because they don't want to be sold to. You've seen the walls go up the second your team member approaches. You've felt the tension in those interactions, and you've wondered why something that should be so simple feels so forced. At OptSpot, we work with over 500 car wash operators, and I can tell you something that's going to sound completely backwards. The operators who stop obsessing over immediate sales and start leading with generosity end up with higher membership growth, better retention, and more loyal customers than the operators running aggressive sales programs. Not despite giving things away for free, because they're giving things away for free. So let me explain how this actually works. There's a psychological principle called the law of reciprocity. When someone gives you something without expecting anything in return, you naturally feel inclined to give something back. Not because you're being manipulated, because that's how human relationships work. Generosity creates goodwill. Goodwill creates trust, and trust creates loyalty, and loyalty creates sales. But you have to start with generosity, not sales. So here's what this looks like in practice. Imagine you staffed one genuinely friendly person in your vacuum bay. Their job is to hand out free gifts to every customer, not promotional items with strings attached, not discounts that require a purchase, actual gifts that people can use and appreciate. And here are 3 specific examples that work across our client base. First, air fresheners. You buy bulk air fresheners for a few cents each. But here's the key. On the back of every air freshener, there's a QR code. When a customer scans that with their phone, they can join your text club and get a free wash. Now your team member walks up to a customer vacuuming their car and says, "Hey, we're giving away free air fresheners today. What scent do you like? New car, ocean breeze, vanilla?" The customer picks one. Your team member hands it to him and says, "Well, by the way, there's a QR code on the back. If you scan it with your phone, you get a completely free wash on us. No catch, just our way of saying thanks for coming in today." No sales pitch, no membership offer, just a gift and a helpful information. Now the customer walks away with something they can actually use, and if they scan the QR code, they've just opted into your text club. But even if they don't, you've created a positive moment that they'll remember. A second example is a $5 gift card to the local coffee shop. Now, this is going to sound crazy, but stick with me. You partner with the coffee shop down the street. You buy 50 gift cards for $250. Your team member hands these out to customers and says, "Hey, we wanted to do something nice for our customers today. Here's $5 to the coffee shop down the street. Go grab yourself a coffee on us." Now the customer is stunned. Nobody gives away money for nothing. Your team member smiles and says, "We just appreciate you choosing our wash. Have a great day." That customer just experienced something they'll talk about for a week. They'll tell their friends, they'll post it on social media, and they'll remember that your wash is the place that randomly gave them a free coffee today. That's word of mouth marketing you cannot buy with traditional advertising. A third example, small interior cleaning kits, microfiber cloths, a small spray bottle of interior cleaner, maybe a detailing brush. You can put these together for $3 or $4 each, and your team member hands them out and says, hey, we put together these little kits to help you keep your car clean between washes. It's yours, no strings attached. Just thought you might find it useful. No ask, just genuine generosity. The customer now has tools to maintain their car. They're thinking about car care more often, and every time they use that kit, they're reminded of your wash. That's brand awareness that sticks. So here's what happens when you lead with generosity instead of sales. First, customers actually want to interact with your team. They're not avoiding eye contact anymore. They're curious, they're open, because they're not bracing for a pitch. Second, the law of reciprocity kicks in naturally. When you give someone something valuable without asking for anything in return, they want to support you. Not because they feel obligated, because they genuinely like you and they want to reciprocate the kindness. Third, these gift interactions create natural conversation opportunities. So when you hand someone an air freshener, you can ask what scent they like. That's a real conversation. When you give someone a cleaning kit, you can ask about their car care routine. That's a genuine exchange. When you hand someone a coffee gift card, they're often so surprised they start asking questions about why you're doing this. And now you're having real conversations based on curiosity, not defense. And sometimes, not always, but sometimes those conversations naturally lead to talking about memberships. But here's the key. It happens organically, not through a pitch. Let me show you what this actually sounds like. Your team member is handing out air fresheners. A customer just finished vacuuming their car, and your team member walks up and says, wow, your car looks great. Now you've just reminded them of the value they just received from your wash. The customer smiles. Your team member continues. Do you wash it often? The customer might say, not really, just when it gets bad. And your team member responds, well, it looks fantastic. Here's a free air freshener. Have a great day. Or the customer might say, yeah, I try to wash it a few times a month. And then your team member responds, a few times a month? Well, you must be a member then. If they are, great. You've just acknowledged their smart decision. If they're not, they usually say something like, no, not yet. And now your team member has a completely natural opening. You should definitely look into it. If you're washing a few times a month, you'd save a lot of money. Want me to show you real quick how much you'd save? Notice what just happened there. The membership conversation emerged from genuine dialogue about their car care habits. It wasn't a pitch. It was a logical observation based on their behavior. And it happened after the gift was given, after the compliment was made, after the relationship moment was created. The generosity came first. The conversation came second. The membership discussion came third, only when it made sense. Most of these conversations won't lead to membership discussions, and that's okay. That's not the point. The point is creating hundreds of positive moments every week, building goodwill, establishing your wash as the friendly place, making customers feel appreciated, and yes, occasionally when the conversation naturally goes there, helping someone understand how membership would benefit them. So let me tell you what this looks like over 30 days. You invest maybe $300 in gifts, air fresheners, cleaning kits, maybe a dozen coffee gift cards for special moments. Your team member gives these away throughout the month. Hundreds of positive interactions. Customers who leave feeling appreciated. Word of mouth marketing from people telling their friends about the free stuff. QR codes get scanned that build your text club. Dozens of genuine conversations that remind customers why they chose your wash. And a handful of natural membership discussions that lead to sign up because the customer already likes you and trusts you. But here's what you can't measure directly, and probably what matters even more. You're building a reputation as the car wash that cares. You're creating moments that people remember and talk about. You're training your team to lead with kindness instead of sales pressure. You're building goodwill that compounds over time, and you're creating an environment where customers actually want to be members because they want to support a business that treated them well. Now, let me give you the exact implementation this week. First, pick one gift strategy that fits your budget and your market. If budget is tight, start with air fresheners and a QR code. If you want maximum impact, do the coffee gift cards. If you want long-term brand visibility, do some cleaning kits. You don't need to do all three, just pick one and execute it well. Second, identify the right person. You need someone who's genuinely friendly, who can read body language, and who gets excited about making people's day better. This person is not motivated by commissions or sales quotas. They're motivated by positive interactions and human connection. That's your person. Third, train them properly. Their job is to give away gifts with genuine enthusiasm, to notice things about customers and their cars, to have natural conversations that start with compliments and questions, to listen to what customers say about their car care habits, and to only bring up membership when it naturally fits the conversation, not as a scripted pitch. Fourth, track the right metrics. Don't track how many memberships this person sells directly. That's the wrong metric. Track QR code scans if they're using that strategy. Track positive customer comments. Track whether regulars start asking for this team member by name. Track word of mouth mentions on social media. These are the leading indicators that predict long-term membership growth and loyalty. So here's what's going to surprise you most. This approach feels risky because you're spending money without guaranteed immediate return. But the long-term return is higher than any direct sales approach you've tried because you're not building transactions, you're building relationships. You're not closing sales, you're opening doors. You're not creating customers, you're creating advocates for your wash. The car wash industry has been taught that every customer interaction must have a sales component to justify the cost. I'm telling you that's backwards. The highest ROI customer interaction is giving something valuable away with no strings attached. That's the law of reciprocity. That's genuine hospitality. That's the competitive advantage your competitors aren't thinking about because they're too busy trying to close every interaction. So here's your assignment this week. Choose one gift strategy, budget $300 to start, identify your team member, stock them with gifts, and send them out Monday morning with one instruction. Make people feel appreciated. No sales quotas, no pitch requirements, just generosity and genuine conversations. Then watch what happens to your customer interactions. Watch what happens to your word of mouth marketing. And yes, eventually your membership growth. If you found this episode helpful, I'd love for you to subscribe by clicking the subscribe button below. Every week, I'm bringing you practical, actionable marketing strategies that you can implement immediately. These aren't theory. These are proven by hundreds of car washes across the country. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss an episode, and I'll see you next week.